You ever watch that show 60 Days In, where they send the undercover people into jails? The Atlanta jail is the only jail that ever got featured twice. They did a whole lot. They were like, endless material here. Let's just do another fucking season. That's how rough the Atlanta jail is. And there was a part when I was being sentenced for my marijuana thing where it was like best case scenario, house arrest. I'm like, whoo, that sounds good. I'd love me some house arrest. Like worst case
Would you
scenario,
notice the difference?
No. I wasn't going out anyway, bro. I was dreaming of house arrest, and I was going to really have to play it up how disappointed I was to receive it in court. Oh, no. I was praying for it. But worst case scenario, though, was the Atlanta jail. Because they were only going to give me 60 days, like worst case was like they just put me in jail. And it's literally that jail from 60 Days In, where people are getting beat up and like jumped into gangs and shit. It's a rough fucking jail.
You got to hope for a good pod boss. You don't want Rue or whatever his name was. I've seen so many 60 Days In episodes. My chat often asks for
I wish Taylor was here. He's a big fan.
We had a couple of those guys that had been on the show as guests before.
Nice.
That's always been interesting. I think that guy died. I think the guy we had,
the cool white guy,
was his name Nate?
Yeah, Nate,
something like that.
He was like cool with the black guys in jail. They actually liked him because he could play basketball, right, or something.
Yeah, I think it was that guy.
Yeah,
I think he died over something with a girlfriend or a breakup.
He self-done him.
Yeah. That's kind of
himself. Yeah,
I think so. Real shame.
But
he
seemed cool.
Atlanta jail's fucking scary.
His audio was terrible.
Like if Chud's in a place like that, he's not safe.
I'd have given him 60 more days for that audio if I was king.
Okay, he's dead. Just talking about his dead, and you're speaking like you're at his funeral. His audio was just fucking abysmal that episode.
That guy showed up talking to his cell phone in a car or something. It was ridiculous.
That wasn't him, was it?
No, it was. I think I seen a clip of you guys talking to him. It was bad. He looked like he was still in the cell. It was I love 60 Days In. I love you know what I loved is how Abner went into there and the cell wasn't really doing the racial stuff. And very slowly over Abner's stay, he made it racist, basically. Like he made it a racial segregated place. They were kind of getting along. Like they were chilling in races, but they were cool with each other. Like it wasn't
my favorite one was, and I don't remember where it was anymore. It's somewhere in the South, I'm sure. But they send in a big black guy as an undercover. And he immediately, I think he had been a prison guard before. So he's like steeped in prison politics. And he immediately like takes an alpha position in the pod where everybody's kind of worried about this new guy. He had loaned some guy some soups or something, like some ramen noodle packs or something who didn't have any money. Like, yeah, he loaned them to him. And then the guy is like, I can't pay you. I'm not going to pay you. He took that man's pants. He took another man's pants away from him as collateral till he could come up with the soups. And it's like, dude, you're not a real prisoner. You just took that man's pants. He's like, couldn't let him punk me like that. Yeah. Couldn't let him punk me like that. It's like, fuck, dude, you're not. And he was finding blades and drugs and stuff. He would come into the interview and be like, I got this. Like they're giving him weapons because he's like the alpha now. he had really
Tony. That was Tony. This is him. I could fucking run this place. Yeah. He was bad. He was a former corrections officer, and as soon as he went in there, he like immediately ran the place, basically. Like straight away, he was like, who's in charge? Like who thinks they're big dog in here? And there was a guy called Champagne that was in the cell with him, who was like this taller, 6'5", skinny kind of looking black guy. And he was like, he basically intentionally lended Champagne something so that if he did give it back, then he would know that he feared him. But if he didn't give it back, no, it wasn't. It was like ramen or something. No, Tutor was in a different pod. I remember Tutor. Okay. But he lent him something so that it would basically give him an excuse to jump him if he didn't give it back. And then I remember him taking that guy's clothes. He right, go in the cell and give me everything you have on your body under the cell door. And he basically stripped this guy nude in the cell, taking all of his clothes under the door. And I remember he said something like, Champagne thinks he's tough in here, but if things got busy, I would definitely put Champagne on ice. Like he had no, he had no fear in that pod. There was
Dude, he rocked. Him and Abner, he was probably the most dominant ever. Aaron was another good one. The white guy. We had him on the show, I think.
Yeah.
And then he, I believe, killed himself.
Oh, okay. It's that guy. Yeah, I mentioned that a moment ago.
Yeah. That was Nate. Yeah.
I thought it was Nate, though.
Nate. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then
there was another guy, Ryan, the combat medic that I liked on the show. Nice. He went about it in like the way a reasonably defenseless guy should. It was cool to see that other dynamic because him going in there, he probably had Asperger's, probably a little bit of an autism in him. He thought he was this genius guy, and he kind of did smart his way through the system by just being cool and being of benefit, not to get beaten up.
Who was it that started leading prayer groups? Like started a whole prayer group.
We had him on the show too.
Yeah, we had him.
Yeah.
Mark.
Yes. Yeah. I was like, man, that's the most manipulative thing. I'd have never thought of that. Like you became their fucking reverend. Like, oh man, what a way to get like respect from just about everybody and to make sure nobody bugs you and to actually get some preferential treatment. Like nobody's gonna fuck with that guy. He leads the prayer group. What are you gonna punk him for? He just taught me yesterday about Elijah.
I mean, that was smart from him too.
Yeah, that was smart from him because he did look like a bit of a victim. Like when I saw him loading in, I was like, "Oh god, dude, this guy's gonna get done like that one guy who basically was within an hour of being in the pod on the brink of being raped. Basically, was one of the contestants was so bad, like he was just sitting there, like while they were tickling his ears and going, ooh, and he was like freezing up on the ground. I'm like, dude, start acting like you have a headache immediately. Like you got to
get out of here. You need to say, 76 or whatever needs to happen to get you.
God, I have a really bad headache. My shoulder's acting up. That's the two that they tell him.
That's a great premise for a show. I like anything hidden camera. Have you seen? I think it's called Jury Duty, where here's a premise of Jury Duty. It's a reality show about a jury, and they're like, we're going to have cameras in the courtroom. We're going to have cameras in the jury deliberation room. We're even going to follow you back to your hotel because this isn't about the case. It's about the jury. Except there's only one true contestant who's on a show about a jury. Everybody else is an actor who's been like practicing this for weeks. There's a full production crew. It's all hidden camera bullshit. There's no case. There's no judge. There's no defendant. It's all bullshit. And they've got this. They've got a Hollywood actor named James Marsden. I think he played Cyclops in the X-Men movies. He's part of the Jury Duty too. So that throws this weird wild card into it where he's being like an obnoxious Hollywood guy. And the one guy who's getting pranked, essentially, it's like the whole way through, he's just a wonderful person. Like he's given all these opportunities to like be the bad guy or like be a piece of shit. Mm-hmm, and at the end, he wins like $150,000 when they finally reveal to him, like he's able, the jury wants to convict the guy and he's able to guide them to the correct choice and find the guy innocent of everything that's going on. And at the end, when they reveal, like the judge is like, I mentioned at the beginning of this case that this would be my last case because I'm retiring. It's actually my first case because I'm not a judge and this isn't a courtroom and you're not on a real jury. And like the cameras come out and everything. And it's this ridiculous reveal. It's pretty good. It's pretty funny.
Yeah. I like those types of shows.
It's a high risk show. Because all it takes is that guy being like, "This sucks," or like leaving. And
he's in jury duty, so he can't really leave. He's like, that's part of the beauty of it is they get sequestered right away, so they can't even leave their hotel. So it creates all these like.
So this guy had to miss like 3 weeks of his real job.
He was signing up for that. He was signing up for jury duty, and also at the end they pay him. I think it's $150,000, like a prize.
Not too bad.
This show could never happen in the UK because they are bypassing. They're trying to push a law to bypass the possibility of having a jury decide your crime for certain crimes under a certain level. They're trying to push a law to where there will be no jury possible, and they'll just sort of speed through.
What sort of crimes? Like, where you guys get a little too edgy on social media?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that included, but probably like assault and like simple shit where it can be like witness this, that. No jury needed for a lot of those types of things. This is what they're trying to push, but there was massive backlash. It feels like there's a protest every week in the UK these days.